I have something difficult that I need to talk about today. This is going to be upsetting to hear, just like it's upsetting for me to discuss. But here goes. According to reports this week, the NFL is going to remove the words "end racism" from the end zone during the Super Bowl this Sunday. And I know that sounds so shocking that you think it can't be real, but it is. Here's the Daily Wire quote. The NFL has reportedly sent the word to remove the messaging "end racism" from the end zone for the Super Bowl in New Orleans on Sunday. It'll be the first time since February 2021 that the message "end racism" has not appeared in a Super Bowl end zone. According to multiple sources, when the Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles take the field at Caesars Superdome, the messaging in the end zones will read, "It takes all of us," and "choose love." Quote, "We felt it was an appropriate statement for what the country has collectively endured, given recent tragedies, and can serve as an inspiration," according to NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy. Now, I don't even know where to begin. All I can say is that, obviously, I'm very opposed to this move. Not just opposed, but I'm anxious, I'm worried, terrified. Because how are we supposed to know what to do about racism now? You know, there's some people that are celebrating this announcement because they're saying, well, this means that racism is over. Racism is done. The NFL ended racism by putting "end racism" in the end zone. And so now we can all move on. And look, sure, there's no doubt that the "end racism" message did end racism. I'm not disputing that. I know just from my own life. Prior to that message being spray painted in the end zone, I myself was racist. But then I saw "end racism" on the field during a football game, and I said, oh, wait, we're supposed to be not racist? My God, I had no idea. And from that day forward, I was transformed. I was born anew. I stopped going to Klan meetings, and I started volunteering at after-school programs for disabled minorities. And I'm sure that this is the same thing that happened for so many millions of people out there. But here's the problem. We ended racism. We created a post-racism utopian society, or I should say the NFL did. That message, "end racism," was the glue holding our new paradise together. And now they're taking that slogan off the field. What then? What if everybody starts doing racism again? How are we supposed to know if we should keep racism ended or if we should start it up once more? Is that what the NFL is saying? We should start racisming again? Like, people are going to watch the Super Bowl and they're going to say, wait a minute, it doesn't say "end racism." I guess we need to start doing the racisms again. And who's to tell them that they shouldn't? I've been thinking a lot about the early days of the internet. Remember when it felt like the vast open frontier, a place where you could truly be free from corporate oversight, free from tracking, free from someone looking over your shoulder, kind of like America itself used to be. But these days, every time we go online, we're being watched. Your internet service provider sees everything, every site you visit, every click you make. And here's the kicker. In the US, they can legally sell all that information to third parties. Your private data becomes just another commodity. That's exactly why I started using ExpressVPN. It's this brilliant piece of technology that routes all of my online activity through secure, encrypted servers. Everything I do online is shielded from prying eyes, my internet provider, data brokers, all of them. I love the peace of mind that it gives me when I'm traveling for work and have to connect to public internet that literally anybody could be on. ExpressVPN hides my IP address so data brokers can't track me. Helps me know my data and information is mine alone. And it's super simple to use. One tap to connect. That's it. It works on up to 8 devices, phones, tablets, TVs, computers, you name it. It's protected. Find out how you could get 4 months free by scanning the QR code on screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by going to expressvpn.com/Matt Walsh Show. Now, sure, there will be a new message. The NFL says it's going to put the words "it takes all of us" on, and they're going to put that on the field. That's not good enough. I mean, what takes all of us? Racism? Super Bowl viewers are going to think that it's a rallying cry to join together and be racist again. You know, the other message, "choose love," doesn't help much. Who are we supposed to love? Who shouldn't we love? What if somebody loves Hitler? What then? Like, think about it. We need to be more specific. It should at least say, "choose love," but just to be clear, that doesn't mean Hitler. And there's more than enough. It's a football field. You could write that whole message on there, no problem. So they could give us a lot more information. They could give us a lot more guidance, but they aren't. And that's inexcusable. And now I'm lost. And think about the message that this sends to kids, or doesn't send more specifically. Just last night, this is true, my son heard about this news and he came up to me And he said, Father, does this mean that we should do racism again? And I didn't know how to respond. The truth is that I'm just as confused as he is. And I said to him, I don't know, my son. I just don't know. And he paused for a moment and his eyes got misty and he looked at me and said, I'm scared. And I said, I am too. And then my son started crying, and so did I. And we wept. We wept for hours. This is what the NFL has done. Now, the point is that we are lost without moral instruction delivered to us via slogans painted on football fields. Now, in general, of course, I have always looked to professional sports leagues, athletes, sports commentators for guidance and direction. Like any American, I never form any opinion on anything without first consulting NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, all the SportsCenter anchors, and LeBron James's Twitter feed. Professional sports leagues have, over the past 10 years especially, positioned themselves as our teachers, our surrogate father figures, really. And I've always been very happy with this arrangement. It makes a ton of sense to me because, after all, if a guy knows how to throw a ball into a hoop or run with a ball down a field really fast, it stands to reason that he also has deep insight into the most important questions of life. I think two follows from one there pretty logically. Every time I see a basketball player hit a three-pointer, I think to myself, wow, he must be a great philosopher. And every time I see a football player make an open field tackle, I think, geez, that guy must have great moral intuition. And I realize I'm not saying anything that you don't already know. This is what we all think when we watch sports. But the NFL is now abandoning its post. It's hanging us all out to dry. Racism is about to make a major comeback in this country. Millions of people are going to tune into the Super Bowl, see that the words "end racism" have been removed, and then immediately run out and commit hate crimes. And I will too. I'm going to go commit hate crimes. I don't know what else to do. We're all now like lost sheep, wandering alone through the pastures without our great shepherd, the NFL, there to show us the way. I feel so alone now, and so scared, and also so racist. All because of the NFL. And that is why the NFL is today canceled. Hey, YouTube, thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like access to my full show with no ads, you should go to dailywire.com and use promo code Walsh to get 2 months free on all annual plans. See you there.